South Africa and the Democratic Republic of the Congo have a long-standing partnership spanning decades, with both nations seeking to unlock new opportunities through the multi-billion-dollar DRC-RSA Industrialisation Project. The project comes at the cost of $6 billion that, according to Africa Trade Investment Council Zwelethu Dlamini, will be sourced through the private sector and development banks.
It's a road corridor that spans across the DRC, moving from the border with Zambia to the ports on the other side of on the west of the DRC. This project entails the construction of a corridor road, the development of special economic zones across that particular road, as well as the development of cities and the upgrading on our ports. It's a multifaceted, multi-sector project that is very expansive and very large. What it aims to achieve is basically enabling transit, logistics and trade access across the DRC as well as across SADC. South Africa brings labor, capacity, skill, financing, and then DRC brings the natural resources of the environment within the nation. South African companies are then able to access the DRC, able to access the market of 100 million people.
South Africa and the DRC is currently limited due to the geopolitical tensions that have seen local companies unable to access the DRC market. Anthony Mieni is the SA ambassador to the DRC and is hoping for change.
South African companies have often found DRC investment environment hostile, competitive and highly intertwined with politics. In some instances, the country has demonstrated to have weak institutions due to constant violent and war challenges. The judiciary is not, in some instances, independent, thus making it difficult for foreign investors to access neutral dispute settlement mechanism, often being bogged down by bureaucratic constraints and processes that are not compatible with the DRC. It is for these reasons that we are gathered here to try and find proper collaboration formula that will facilitate business.
The project will set up 12 special economic zones where investments will be made in areas like construction, agricultural processing, mineral beneficiation and electronics, among others. The African Union Development's Theophile Badwana says it's time South Africa starts benefiting from its long-standing peacekeeping investments into the DRC.
South African companies have been coming to DRC alone in individual endeavors. What needs to be done is that they need to congregate. They need to congregate around common strategies. They need to mutualize their efforts, and also they need to have local partners in order to be buttressed in their local economic setup. That's what the winning formula, I would say. We are going to have a space for SA companies to benefit from these investments that have been made by the government, because government of South Africa has been investing for more than 20 years in the DRC, in the peace process, in military operations, but SA has never benefited from anything.
This comes as South Africa recently lost 14 members of the SANDF on a peacekeeping mission in the DRC. The finance minister has allocated a further 5 billion rand in the 2025 budget for the South African National Defence Force to support the country's participation in the SADC mission in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Well, both governments and development financial institutions are looking towards the multi-billion-dollar industrialization corridor project for sustained development, economic cooperation, regional integration and job creation, with the anticipated rollout date of 2026. SABC News in Pretoria.